Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful girl named Rapunzel. She had long, golden hair that reached down to her feet. Her parents were farmers, and their life was simple and content. However, soon after Rapunzel was born, a wicked witch named Mother Gothel, who had been coveting the magical properties of Rapunzel's hair, kidnapped her and locked her in a tall tower. This tower had no stairs or doors, only a small window at the top. The tower was hidden deep within a dense and mysterious forest, where no one ever ventured. Mother Gothel took care of Rapunzel but never allowed her to leave the tower, fearing that she would lose the magical hair's powers if Rapunzel ever escaped. Every day, Mother Gothel would come to the tower and call out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would then let down her long, golden hair, and Mother Gothel would climb up it to reach the top. Rapunzel's days were long and lonely. With no friends or family to keep her company, she only had the birds and small animals of the forest who visited her window. She spent her time brushing her hair, which was incredibly long and beautiful, and singing songs that she made up to pass the time. Her voice was as beautiful as her hair, and it echoed through the forest. One day, a prince was riding through the forest on his horse. He was an adventurous young man, always seeking out new places and experiences. As he rode deeper into the forest, he heard a beautiful voice singing. The prince followed the sound of the voice until he came upon the tall tower. He looked up and saw Rapunzel singing by the window. The prince was immediately captivated by her beauty and her enchanting voice. Determined to meet the girl in the tower, the prince hid and waited until Mother Gothel came to visit. When he saw how the witch called out for Rapunzel to let down her hair, he realized how to reach her. After Mother Gothel left, the prince stepped out from his hiding place and called up to the window, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel, thinking it was Mother Gothel, let down her hair. The prince climbed up, and when he reached the top, he found himself face to face with the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. Rapunzel was frightened at first, but the prince spoke to her kindly and told her who he was. He explained how he had heard her singing and felt compelled to meet her. Over time, the prince visited Rapunzel regularly, and they grew to love each other. The prince told Rapunzel stories of his kingdom, his adventures, and the beautiful world beyond the tower. Rapunzel, who had never seen the outside world, listened in awe and longed to be free. They both knew that the only way they could be together was if Rapunzel escaped from the tower. One night, when the moon was full and the forest was bathed in a soft, silvery light, Rapunzel and the prince decided to execute their plan. They waited until Mother Gothel was deep asleep. Rapunzel let down her long hair, and the prince climbed up one last time to take her away. Together, they climbed down her hair and set off through the forest. But Mother Gothel soon discovered that Rapunzel was gone. Enraged, she used her dark magic to track them down. As Rapunzel and the prince ran through the forest, they could feel the witch's presence getting closer. They ran faster and faster until they reached the edge of the forest. The prince helped Rapunzel onto his horse, and they rode off toward his kingdom. Mother Gothel, despite her powerful magic, could not keep up with the swift horse and soon lost their trail. Defeated and furious, she returned to her dark lair in the forest, never to be seen again. When the prince and Rapunzel reached the kingdom, they were welcomed with open arms. The prince introduced Rapunzel to his family and told them her incredible story. The royal family, moved by her bravery and resilience, accepted her as one of their own. The prince and Rapunzel were married in a grand ceremony, and the entire kingdom celebrated their love and joy. Rapunzel's parents, who had been searching for their lost daughter for years, were finally reunited with her. The prince sent out a search party, and when they found the humble farmers, they were brought to the palace. Overwhelmed with joy and gratitude, they embraced their long-lost daughter and were welcomed to live in the palace with her. Rapunzel, who had spent so many years in captivity, was finally free. She spent her days exploring the kingdom, making friends, and sharing her songs and stories with everyone she met. Her magical hair, which had brought her so much trouble, was now a symbol of hope and beauty. And Sir Rapunzel, the prince, and her parents lived happily ever after in the kingdom, where they were loved and cherished by all. Mother Gothel's dark presence was gone, and the kingdom flourished in peace and happiness.
If you liked our video, please subscribe and hit like button. Thanks.